of course, and they're a very important part of the overall tourism industry. We've been to County Kilkenny to meet a family who operate a self-catering home with a twist.
The business we have here, it's basically self-catering holiday home, but with a slight twist to it insofar as it's an eco-holiday home. And it was a deliberate, I suppose, plan to build something just a bit different, a bit out of the ordinary. The facilities we have on site, we're very fortunate insofar as we're very near Kilkenny City. You can walk into the city, but yet when people are staying in the house, they look out and just feel they're in a farm out in the middle of the country. On the farm, there's fishing, there's walks, people can cycle around. There's a lot of wildlife around, and I suppose there's a lot to do without even leaving the farm, and that's nice for families.
Well, I suppose the first thing about the house is basically based in the middle of nature, and we wanted nature inside and outside, so that's why there's so many windows and that you see so much of the surrounding fields and trees. It's a 3-bedroom house, so it accommodates a family of 6, and you have a very spacious sitting room and kitchen cum dining area. I suppose we had a Victorian fruit garden, and the wall of that to me is just beautiful. The old stone, the lichens on it, and really that was the base, the back of the house, looking out over the oak trees and the valley with your River Nore down below.
We came in last night, turned into the gate, and you've this lovely long avenue where you have deer, which is great. The kids are really excited about that. We got out of the car and packed the bags. They ran around. They were really wowed by the place. They could run up and down the corridor, and we were equally impressed at how beautiful the place was. Then we went for a stroll. We had a look at the ponies because the Mahon kids have ponies, so we went up them and we were giving them a little bit of hay. And then we went out to the hens, and we collected some eggs. And it was really great. Last night the kids were tired. There wasn't one mention of television. They wanted to go out and walk around and play in the farmyard, and that was just great because we were relaxed. They got loads of fresh air, having been in the car, even though for the hour and a half, and off to bed and a big sleep, and we couldn't hear a pin drop last night. It was great.
We try, I suppose, provide an eco-friendly holiday to our customers insofar as it's set in a farmland setting, and also we promote, I suppose, eco-related topics like recycling. We'd be very big on that, and I suppose we're lovers of nature here, and that certainly comes across by the people who come and stay in the house, that they also are nature lovers as well.
One of the things I think is really important is that, you know, I might have an interest in the environment and sustainability, but I think it's really important that to try and teach the kids what's that about at an early age, and it is about looking after the countryside and the local environment, and that get them, first of all, to enjoy it and to appreciate it, and then they'll learn to respect it, if you like, at a later stage.
There's 2 reasons why we chose the location. One of them was locality to Dublin. With the new motorway, it only takes an hour and 15 minutes to come down. And obviously the second one is price. It's very reasonably priced for a long weekend or for a week, which is obviously of a great concern for everyone at the moment.
Wanted someplace that wasn't too far away. Wanted something that the kids could enjoy, because while there's good deals with hotels, when you're stuck in a hotel room with small kids, you can get very stressed rather than getting relaxed. Here is fantastic. You've got you have the local amenities in Kilkenny that are just fantastic, so there's great things to do. But just around at the farm here, I think it's just great. The kids can run around, it's totally private, totally safe, and it's really calm and relaxing.
Well, down here, one of the things we went to is Castlecomer, and Castlecomer, oh, the children just loved it. They climbed, they played with the sand, they went into the museum. There was so much, there was an awful lot for them to do there. Then we came out and we did a lovely walk of Kilkenny town itself. And then of course the market. Had to go into the market and buy a few bits for lunch, which was really enjoyable for the children.
At Longbowe we get a wide range of visitors, overseas visitors, Irish visitors, and people, I suppose, who are fond of nature, fishermen, people who appreciate the countryside, basically.
One of the many self-catering opportunities available around the country. And of course, a holiday at home here is not just an attractive proposition, it also supports our own economy at home here at a time when it's under pressure. That ends our programme for this evening. Do join us again on Friday next. Until then, from County Mayo, from all of us in your nationwide team, a very good evening to you. And on next Friday's programme, the local television station which comes to you via the internet. The Birdman of Templemore and how retirement opened up the way to a whole new and fascinating chapter of life. And how a West Cork town's love of the silver screen led to it creating its own film festival.
Well, all the world's a catwalk for Brendan and Sonia as they take off the rails on tour. The first stop